Like, what was the final push?
There's so many different things about like why we started doing this, but our main mission is kind of to carry on the roots of house and techno music, as well as to provide alternative spaces for queer and trans people outside of your typical bar scene. A space that kind of focused more on the culture created by us and for us.
Yeah. Okay. So that is something that I kind of want to pivot to you, Izzy. We had previously talked. You love music history, as I came to learn through our previous conversation. Can you kind of like briefly go over the roots that Gizmo just kind of mentioned?
Yeah, totally. So I think something that Gizmo alluded to was that house music and techno music kind of was founded as like a cultural movement. It was like initiated by queers of color, especially Black queers and like kind of Afro-Latino queers. In the Afro-Latino queers mainly in New York, and then a lot of Black queers in Chicago, and they were kind of looking maybe for spaces to be able to, comfortably express themselves and have community. And they were kind of doing so maybe after the fall of disco music. There had been a massive backlash from white America in the late 70s against disco music. It was really it was very much so motivated by race and by anxieties about queerness that the majority of America had at the time. And so with disco declared dead by all mainstream music labels, all that was kind of left to carry on the missions that, like the sound of disco, were these disenfranchised Black kids living in the suburbs of Chicago, these people who were really like on the outskirts of society, like maybe people who were engaged in sex work or something, and they came together to kind of continue to live out the community spaces that disco had let them engage in, which had been taken away from them when there had been so much backlash against disco.
Okay, so these roots that you just mentioned, you wanted to honor, you Gizmo, you wanted to honor these. This is the thing that you kind of had in mind when you were going into this project. So we want to bring up and kind of talk about the elephant in the room, if you will, which I know that you have been working tirelessly over the last, so for those who don't know, Salt Lake City Council kind of quietly put an ordinance into a public agenda, which contained a ban, yes, on alcohol consumption between the hours of 2 and 6 a.m. in non-residential and commercial areas. So the nightlife community, which you are a part of, like organizing and on a functional basis, has come out, in flocks to fight against this. Can you tell me a little bit about what have you been doing for the last week? This fight you're in right now.
Well, and adding to Izzy's point, one of the things that we always believe is that house music is rooted in resistance and rooted in community, and so we felt it fell on us a little bit to kind of contribute and help lead opposition to this ordinance. But it's not just been me, it's been a lot of other nightlife organizations in Salt Lake, and for privacy, I won't name them all. But we've really just been organizing with each other and collaborating with each other to spread the message, start a petition, raise visibility. We wrote a joint letter to City Council involving the voices of 12 or so nightlife organizers.
And this has kind of, I don't want to say that like, obviously the fight is ongoing, but the time slated to discuss this issue has been delayed as the City Council kind of reconsiders. So I look forward to seeing your next, I know you have an event planned.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to fervor.slc to see the next steps in Fervor's fight against this ordinances on Instagram. And we are going to go to a song from Izzy right now, and we'll keep in touch.
I hope you enjoy.
KRCL Voices Amplified on 90.9 FM. Now it's time to Let Us Explain, a segment where we discuss the hot talk in pop culture. In the studio, I've got Alexi, Caitlin, Addie, and Marcy. Welcome, y'all.
Hi.
Hi.
So, I don't know if y'all know, but Real Housewives of Salt Lake City just came out with its 6th season.
Oh, we knew.
What? So, tell us about it.
Caitlin, take it away. This was your idea. I love it.
I know. I'm a big Real Housewives of Salt Lake City fan, so it premiering for the 6th season was kind of exciting. So let me explain for those who've never seen the show. Real Housewives is already like a Bravo TV show. They go like all over the place, like New York, Orange County, Beverly Hills. And they did Salt Lake City, and it was a huge hit. So they follow these housewives who are really rich, have a lot of money, and they just follow kind of their lives in this group. And yeah, Salt Lake City took off. It's got their season 4 got 2 million views, and it's been popular just for their drama and their lavish lifestyles.
I mean, it's been like super memeable, right? And also, we're in Salt Lake, so there's that idea of like, oh, is it popular here because we're here? But I hear from friends all over the country. My niece is currently obsessed with it. She started watching it. She's 22, and she started watching it last season from the beginning. She's in New York City. But I've had friends reach out from all over being like, have you watched? It is truly kind of this like national phenomenon and kind of seen as being one of the best cities. So it's fun that it's ours.
Yeah. And so
I wonder, so we have Addie, Alexi, and Will in here, and you guys know nothing about the Housewives, which is the idea for these Let Me Explain segments. What questions do you have about Housewives? What can we explain to you?
I just don't understand how anybody... I know the point isn't to be emotionally invested in this show, but I just cannot take a single part of it seriously. Is that the benefit?
I think if you're taking too much of it seriously, you're missing the point of the fun of it.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just I'm the curmudgeon that's like
if you're going into this really hoping to learn something meaningful about the world and walk away from it feeling like
I'm trying to learn something new,
more whatever, intellectual, connected to the world, like leaving with a bigger brain. This is not the space for it.
So I can't learn that from like Jen Shaw, right? I mean, she's in jail.
She's in jail.
So I can learn what not to do from
my
Jen
goodness.
Shaw.
with Elizabeth
right?
Holmes, and apparently they're workout
Great.
buddies together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
so, fun fact.
great. Thank you for sharing. You do learn something new.
Yeah.
I'm learning right now. Thank you.
It's like a guilty pleasure, this show. Like,
Uh-huh.
everyone has their guilty pleasures, and it's guilty for a reason. It's not like you're so sophisticated for, like, watching this show. But
Well, and one of the things that I teach at the U is media and society, and it's all about how mass media and society come together. And we can like listen and watch and engage with the things that make us smarter and that are intellectual and highbrow all the time, but that's not the stuff you want to talk about at a party. When you go to a party, you want to talk about this stuff. There is a place in society for trash, for low culture. It's what
absolutely.
connects
Yeah.
us, and what bonds us together. And at this point, can I make a little pitch? So I'm a professor of journalism at the University of Utah, and the department, or the College of Humanities, the Tanner Humanities Center, is putting on a symposium in April dedicated to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, because it does just that. It connects us, it bonds us. The humanities are those cultural touch points that bring us together. And we thought, all right, what if we maybe weren't so hoity-toity academic and we did something fun? So we are doing a symposium, and there is a call for proposals out there. It's not just for the academics, although we want those folks to come together with ideas for this, but we want the public, all of you listening, to come with ideas. So you can check the show notes. We have a link there. The call for proposals is due October 16th. So watch, a couple episodes and put it in.
I will say, in preparation for the show this week, Caitlin actually gave me her Peacock login. So I watched the episode 1 today, made it almost all the way through it. I'm not going to lie, I had a good time watching it. You definitely have to turn your brain off a little bit. Can't take it too seriously, but it's fun.
Episode 6, season 1, or season 1, episode 1?
Season 6, episode 1. They
gotcha.
They went camping. They went fly fishing with some of the worst form I've ever seen. High heels and fur coats and waders.
It's true.
It's crazy.
Waiters, not waiters, just to be
Oh
clear.
yeah, waders.
Yeah. One of those things goes better with fur coats and high heels, and it's not with a D.
yeah, for sure.
did you get a good laugh out of it?
I was laughing, or I was just head in my hands the entire time. There's no in between. I don't understand. What's the beef between the lady that wasn't there and the lady that was there?
Yeah, so you're talking about Lisa and Bronwyn.
I'm sure, yeah.
It's a whole lore, but basically,
Yeah, Lisa Barlow, as folks tend to know
Yeah.
the full name.
Lisa Barlow is a very her personality is so polarizing. People either hate her or they love her, and Bronwyn hates her right now. And we don't actually.
But Lisa is who brought Bronwyn onto the show. That's the fun thing about these, is just to the silliness and knowing what makes good TV. So brought her onto the show. They were friends, and then they had a falling out last season, and now the major plot line is
Now we get to watch it.
this drama.
So, Addie, you don't know anything about it either, right?
I know nothing. If I watch the latest episode, will I be super confused, or should I start at the beginning?
You have to start at the beginning.
Okay.
Oh.
And then you'll be
Season 1,
sucked
episode
in.
1.
Well, and there's some interesting things. So the Real Housewife franchise started, or the Real Housewife, not franchise, the entire system of it started by Bravo about, I don't want to say almost 15, 20 years ago. I should fact check that. But Salt Lake City just came around 6 years later. And at the time, surprisingly, Salt Lake City was the most diverse cast that we had seen. You had seen a bunch of different cities. You'd seen Atlanta, but you saw a cast that was actually diverse within the whole cast. You had 2 former Mormons. You had a Jewish woman, 2 Jewish women, a Jewish convert to Mormonism. You had a Muslim woman, a black woman, and it was rare in this Bravo space to have such a diverse cast. It was here in Utah, which nobody really thinks of as being a beacon of diversity.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, well, thank you all so much. I hope our viewers learned something about Real Housewives. I certainly learned a lot today.
Hope we could explain something to you too.
Yeah, thanks, Marcy, and thanks to everyone here. Voices Amplified is going to be back next Thursday to take over Radioactive once again. Folks, thanks for listening, and on behalf of tonight's team, Alexi, Marcy, Caitlin, Preston, and Addie, have a great night, everyone. I'm your host, Will Rosansky, and we're wrapping up with another mix from DJ Adorn.
Hush.
See what you made me do? Face, mascara, erase. I wanna look good for you. Comb, hair, don't care. I always comb my hair.
Make up. Make up.
Green, blue, purple. I wanna make it good for you.
Make up. Make up. Make up. Make up.
If I wear a dress, he will never call. So I'll wear much less. I guess I'll wear my camisole.
Make up. Make up. Make up. Make up.
Smoke a cigarette. I'm not ready yet.
Make up. Make up. Make up. Make up.
Smoke a cigarette. I'm
Not ready.
yet.
Smoke a cigarette.
KRCL, Salt Lake City.
Support for Thursday Night Psych Out on KRCL